Welcome back to my YouTube channel and to my presentation in biology on the specific topic, as you can see it on the screen there, which is homeostasis. So in this video, we're going to look at homeostasis. We also look at the organs which are involved in homeostasis, specifically in the human body, as well as examples of homeostasis. Then we'll end looking at the maintenance of blood sugar levels in human body. Okay, so let's get into the process. Okay, so we have homeostasis is the process of maintaining constancy or equilibrium in the physiological activities of the organism. So we are saying that homeostasis is the process of maintaining constancy or equilibrium in the physiological activities. Now I've put another definition which might be easier for most of you, which is saying that homeostasis is the maintenance of the constant internal environment. Homeostasis is the maintenance of a constant internal environment of of the organisms, different types of organisms. Now here we're talking about the human body. Okay, so apart from that, we also, let me just move this a bit beside so that you get it. Okay, good. So now we have examples of homeostasis. For example, we have regulating the body temperature, the blood glucose levels, as well as a water content. These are good examples of homeostasis in the body of organism. We have many. We have maintenance of carbon dioxide, maintenance of ions, many, but we have adjusted the three of them here. Okay, then on slide 3, we look at the organs which are involved in homeostasis, specifically in the human body. So in humans, the many organs involved in homeostasis are, we have the hypothalamus, the pituitary gland, the lungs, the skin, the muscles, the kidney, the liver, and the pancreas. Not only this, the brain also is a central part, because for you to respond to a certain stimuli or changes in the internal environment of the body, the brain is the one which is going to give you the action. So the brain is also central to homeostasis. It controls behavior, and the basic functioning of behavior is to support life by taking action. So the brain takes action. If, for example, you detect that maybe the temperature is hot, the body will take action, to respond to the hotness of the environment where you are. Okay, good. So we go to slide 3. So these are just organs which are involved in homeostasis, the main organs involved in homeostasis. So you have to know these organs and what they regulate, or how they are involved in homeostasis. We'll be looking at this one by one. But in this slide, we just end looking at the liver as the first organ which is involved in homeostasis. Okay, then we have slide 4. Now in slide 4 is explaining the importance, or how the liver is involved in homeostasis. So slide 4 is explaining how the liver is involved in homeostasis. Let me just read it. Okay, good. So how the liver regulates the blood sugar levels. How is the liver involved in what? In homeostasis in other language? That's a question which is there. So how does the liver regulate homeostasis? Now specifically, because the liver regulates a lot of substances in the body. So in this case, we are referring to only sugar levels. The liver also plays a role in regulating temperature, producing heat. The liver also plays a role in regulating of ions. Now, in this slide, we'll just be looking at the maintenance of blood sugar levels in the human blood. Okay. Now, the liver acts as a storage organ for glucose, food, which is also called fuel, because this is where we get energy from. That is why it is called the fuel. Okay, so it is called fuel because it is where we get energy from. So it is the energy reservoir, and helps to keep blood sugar levels constant in the body. So apart from the liver acting as the storage organ in humans and also other animals, it also helps to maintain the blood sugar levels, the constant maintenance of blood content in the blood. Now, the liver both stores and manufactures glucose depending upon the needs of the body, where when the body needs energy and when the body lacks energy. So the liver plays a role in both providing as well as storing the sugar levels. Okay, so now what happens after having a meal which is rich in sugars? The next slide here, the next bullet. So here, after having a meal rich in sugar or sugars, the blood sugar levels rises in the body. You have many sugars in the body. So what do the liver do? Now, this may affect the normal functioning of the body or the physiological processes. So when you have too many sugars in blood, it may affect the normal functioning of the body. So to avoid that or to prevent this, the cells of the pancreas secretes insulin hormone, it secretes insulin hormone, which is sent to the liver through the blood, of course. So the pancreas has some cells on top of it which produces the insulin hormone when you have too much sugar or too many sugars in blood. So once this insulin is sent to the liver, the insulin commands the cells of the liver to start the conversion of excess glucose to glycogen. So the insulin hormone commands the cells of the liver to start the conversion of excess glucose to glycogen. That's the first thing it does. Now, this is just a simple equation which is describing how glucose is converted to glycogen. So glucose is soluble, glycogen is insoluble. So in animals, we keep energy in form of glycogen. So the insulin hormone is there to convert glucose into glycogen, which is the storage form of energy in animals. Now, sometimes you may not have so much sugars or too much sugars in the body. Maybe you had some days without eating or some hours, maybe at night, because you don't usually eat when you're sleeping. Also the times between the meals, as well as, for those who believe in fasting, they have gone maybe 2 or 3 days not eating. So in that case, you will not have too many sugars in blood because you have not been eating the sugar containing food. So in that case, since you do not have many sugars in the body, the same pancreas, the cells of the pancreas will now produce a different hormone which is called the glucagon hormone. So it produces the glucagon hormone. So this hormone is there it goes with a different effect to the liver cells. So the glucagon hormone stimulate the cells of the liver to start the conversion of glycogen back to glucose. Yeah, so it can be used. So when you lack energy, the cells of the pancreas secrete the glucagon hormone. This one here secretes the glucagon hormone, which will be sent to the liver. This time it will have a different effect. As I said earlier on, it will command the cells of the liver to start the conversion of the stored glycogen back to glucose. Okay. Now, this process is what is called the glycogenolysis. Basically, the conversion of glycogen to glucose. So this is how the liver is involved in homeostasis, specifically the maintenance of the blood sugar levels. Okay. Now, there's a diagram which just trying to summarize what I've from just discussing diabetic ketoacidosis. Okay, so we have the insufficiency or absence of insulin when you don't have insulin. Okay, so we have the liver cells. Then we also have okay, the pancreas is not shown here. Okay, it's not shown here. Thought it was there, but you said okay. It's okay. It's okay. So the pancreas basically it is in the one which produces the glucagon hormone, as well as this is the glucagon hormone as well as the insulin hormone. So what is happening here is when glucagon hormone has been sent to the liver, you can see it's being sent to the liver. It will start the conversion of the ketones. Ketones, these are sugars we're talking about. So it will start converting the glycogen back to glucose. So here there is increased ketones and glucose in production. So when this glucagon is sent to the liver, it will start the conversion of glycogen to glucose, which will increase, as you can see here, increase the ketones as well as what the glucose. So it will increase the glucose part, because we are focusing on sugars, glucose. Okay, so it will increase the production of glucose in the livers of the cell, in the cells of the liver, which will be sent back to the bloodstream. Okay, then the other side, as you can see, in this case, if we don't have enough insulin hormone, and which is in the cells, in the muscle cells, we have amino acid. Remember, the insulin hormone is there to convert glucose into what? Into glycogen. Okay, so we have the amino acid. Okay, this part we're going to leave it out because we're not focusing on this. We just want the sugar levels. Okay, so the next video will contain about how the body maintains the body temperature as well as the water levels. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If it's your first time to watch my YouTube channel, please don't forget to hit that red button, subscribe, become the member of this family, and you'll be among the first people to be notified whenever I post the new video. Thank you so much, and have a blessed day.